Tragedy occurred when the two towers were hit. I was in the shower. I was in the bed when I heard the first one, and I got the report and ran into the shower, got showered, and came down on my Zappy scooter with all my stuff and zoomed in here, set up my cameras on tripods so that I could watch with my binoculars, and started filming the Twin Towers as they were burning. Yeah. At least the building was in the frame, and the whole building, so I could get to smoke the building and what was happening. I was hoping you could see the plane out of it, but there was no plane to see out of that. And it was just a hole and black smoke. You just see it look like a cigar standing up on end with burning tip and black smoke. Which again, why black smoke? It's ready to go out. And then, yeah, it went on, and the building was it was just burning away, and it wasn't too exciting until all of a sudden it's disappearing, and there was no real sign. There was no sign that anything was that this was going to go down. It was all the black smoke. And the black smoke is really indicative that the fire's out, so you're waiting for all the sludge to go away and the fire departments to get up there and do their jobs, because buildings don't fall down like that. It was like the biggest shock, and no one, that's talking about a shock to see a building fall down. Thank God. I mean, a big one. It's like they're designed not to fall down. They're designed not to blow over. And like they said about this, it was designed for a 707 to run into it. And it took it. Two big jets flew into both the buildings, and they didn't fall. They're saying they fell because they were on fire. That doesn't make sense.
Let's examine the first steel frame collapse in history. The World Trade Center South Tower starts to lean at a sharp angle. Broadcast footage indicates black smoke and no visible flames prior to collapse. This Las Vegas hotel will provide a steel frame comparison. What do you think will happen next? A. The tall section will collapse under its own weight. B. The tall section will fall over in one piece like a tree. Given the high strength and rigidity of steel frame structures, the top section of the South Tower should fall over in one piece. Here the sun shines through the newly completed North Tower, revealing the strong lateral reinforcing steel structure necessary to support heavy sky lobby elevator motors. The towers were made in 3 sections with 1 reinforced floor above and 2 below each sky lobby. Each floor had 1 acre of 4-inch thick concrete poured into steel pans and covered with carpet to make the structure fire resistant. Any internal office fires on 9/11 would be visible from the outside. Visitors transferred from express elevators to local elevators at each sky lobby. Large open spaces in the sky lobby require lateral supports on the floor above and 2 floors below. Lightweight trusses were not used on all floors. Heavy steel I-beams were used to provide lateral reinforcement for elevator floors. Welding steel together prevents collapse. Newton's 3 laws of motion require the top 25-floor welded steel framework to fall into the street in one piece. Why didn't this happen? The South Tower had been smoking for less than an hour when an unexpected shock traumatized the public via network television. Upon closer inspection, synchronized white detonation flashes become clearly visible. They reveal the 15-story detonation zone, programmed to implode over the next few seconds, creating the illusion of a collapse. Additional sequenced detonation flashes become visible during the collapse, indicating the destruction of the internal welded steel framework. As we rewind for a second look, we once again notice numerous telltale flashes of high-velocity demolition explosives in activated sequence. Implosion World's website illustrates how concrete dust is blown outward, while steel columns are sliced in half using a high-velocity explosive like RDX. The tower exhibits similar white flashes and concrete dust, confirming that indeed the collapse represents controlled demolition. Right at the beginning of the collapse, a row of explosions are visible along with a bright flash. Yet no floors have collapsed at this level. Next, we will look at how the top section did not crush the lower section, but actually turned to dust from the bottom up. We see the right corner section still intact, with clouds of light-colored concrete dust ejected symmetrically. Next, we will examine how the 15-floor zone from the 80th to 95th floor turns to dust within seconds. 10 floors have imploded. Rows of detonations are visible along with RDX flashes. Multiple detonation flashes are visible. Machine floor detonations are necessary to destroy lateral supports. Within the first few seconds of collapse, 15 floors have imploded, while the base section of the tower below the sky lobby remains intact. The corner section is still intact, ruling out any pancake collapse.